Hello, welcome to Mushroom Musume, a short little game developed by Mortally Moonstruck Games, available on itch.io. And apparently, it's all about raising your own mushroom daughter. Sounds interesting. Let's try it out. Start the game. Once upon a time, there was a humble recluse. They had no need for society, however, they did often find themselves with an unshakable loneliness. One day, while foraging, a wandering witch overheard the recluse's inner desires. The witch approached him with an offer. Do for me 3 simple things. When they are done, I will present you your deepest desire, a child. The recluse, caught in a moment of naivety, I think I said that wrong. Naivety? A moment of naivety? I can't say that word. Anyway, caught in the moment, quickly agreed. If it is a child you're looking for, here's the first thing you will do. Bring me an heirloom, something that your child will forever value. The recluse thought on it briefly, searching through their home for the object they had pictured. Alrighty, so you get to choose. I think, So you get to choose an heirloom for our daughter. Hair bow from their previous daughter, Black and Vage. So wait, is that the I thought initially I thought it was the recluse's daughter, or was it, or did we break into like some random person's house? I don't remember actually. Anyway, a glimmering music box, an old bottle of medicine that has sat unopened, a dark weathered tome. Sounds interesting. My most used cast iron skillet. Okay, no, I think this is like, yeah, this is our home. It's interesting because, okay, so our previous daughter, Black and Vage, okay, so I assume our, again, kind of dark backstory, but like, yeah, apparently our previous daughter died. Interesting. Music box, dark weather tome. Okay, so the idea, by the way, behind this game is inspired by Princess Maker, and I believe Alter Ego, a game on the DOS, I think. I know Princess Maker, though. So the idea is like, again, you're literally raising a daughter, and it's kind of like a life simulation game. You know, depending on your choices, the person that you're raising will turn out in certain ways, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna choose this one. I don't know. This sounds interesting. Dark weather tome. I'm gonna, just give some dark magic to my mushroom daughter. Don't worry about it. The recluse had often heard that knowledge was power. Unlimited power. Their daughter deserved that. Bringing their pies? No, not delicious pies, but bringing their prize back to the witch, she simply gave a sweet smile. How perfect. After their brief detour to meet with the witch, the recluse resumed their normal day-to-day schedule. The second day. You completed your first task admirably. 2 more, I can finally give you what you want. There have been some things I've been meaning to get to. Cross one off the list for me. Now realizing that they were simply saving the witch some time, the recluse determined which tasks they were most suited for. Okay, so neutralize her most dangerously volatile reagents. Okay, I guess that's like, cleaning up her, like, you know, potion ingredients or whatever. Test a selection of elixirs for quality. Prepare a witch a comforting meal. Just cook her, I don't know, some soup. Organize a surprisingly understated collection of keepsakes, or restock a selection of unselling components. Okay, unselling, you say. Sure, unselling components, that sounds interesting. The recluse remained stunned at the sorts of things a witch needed to have in her possession. They dutifully gathered all manner of doll's eyes, newt's tail, and even the hair from their own body. Yes. Arriving back to their meeting point, the recluse was excited to report their progress to the witch. Ah, very good. How kind of you. After quickly wiping themselves down, the recluse returned to their hut for the remainder of the night. The third day. With 2 assignments complete, the recluse could feel their excitement grow. With one last chore, I will be done with you. Listen well. Petals are a powerful thing. They make their intentions known without a single word. Go forth and return to the flower that most speaks to you. Okay. Witch hazel, yellow rays of golden healing light, Cattails, gently swaying brown reeds. Baby's breath, whimsical pale white florets, or starfrost, a muted gray thistle. Now, I don't really know my flowers, though. Cattails, I think I know. They're just reeds, you know, in like swamp areas, I think. Starfrost. That sounds interesting to me. Muted gray thistle. I'm gonna Google it right now to see what it's like. Starfrost. Starfrost? Thistle? Is that like a real plant? I assume it is. Yeah, okay. Oh, it looks kind of weird, actually. Looks like a... I don't know. Kind of like, you know, like durian. You know, durian fruit? Except it's a flower. You know what? Sure. Looks really strange. To me, anyway. While climbing, you spot a growth of strange thorn globes. The alien beauty catches your attention. Their jagged leaves lend the plant a unique appearance. There is beauty in thorns, a protectiveness that you want to propagate in your offspring. I have discovered the color gray. The fourth day. The recluse knew the fated hour had arrived, the time to reap the rewards of their efforts. That just changed the UI. You know, was that the choice? It just changes the UI color. I don't know. However, they should have known that everything is for a cost. She is yours, recluse, on one final condition. Promise me one of these things, and we will be in agreement. Okay, so I give her money. I'm broke, lady, so I can't. Pay me now for your life. Well, if I die, then what's the point? You know, unless this is trading me like years of my life. Pay me sometime soon in larger quantities. So okay, so we can like delay the decision, but it's gonna be worse, I guess. Or pay me at a much later date in the way I choose. Okay, though giving her the decision is a horrible idea. Because she can do whatever she wants. I don't have wealth. I like to keep my life. Sometime soon. Sounds dangerous. Or pay me at a much later date. Well, you know, if it's a much later date, depends if the witch is evil or not. You know, like if she's like really evil, she can be like the devil and just like make me sacrifice something I don't want to be sacrificed near the end of my life or something like that, you know, like because if you pay me at a much later date, it'd be like probably like a long time, right? But she'd be like, yes, and now I will sacrifice your mushroom daughter, you know, whatever. It's like, hard decision, actually. I guess it's good game design if it's like a hard decision. I imagine you pay now wealth. I mean, wealth is like whatever, I guess, but like it probably means you start off with no money. Life is like maybe you have like limited time, you know, or something. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna choose this one. Pay me when I'm like, you know, 80 years old, please. When I'm like retired. Thanks. The recluse told the witch they couldn't repay her. Not anytime soon. That is fine, of course. I will collect payment eventually. Well, I'm indebted. Good. With the matter of payment settled, she simply smiled and handed the recluse a small pot. Perhaps it does not yet look like much. Time. Give it lots of time, and your wish will soon come true. I suppose, though, that there is one last thing. A name. You must give your daughter a name. I'm really bad with names. The recluse thought on the witch's demand before offering the final thing they had to give. What is her name? Okay, time to spend like 5 hours thinking of a name, because that's usually what I do when I make characters in like a game or something. No, not Bingus. That sounds like a horrible name. Oh, I don't know. You know, I'm reminded of a manga I've read recently. It's called Machida-san no Sekai, which is like actually pretty wholesome manga. I didn't think I would like it, but it's a manga about just some regular dude, and he's just nice to people. And it's funny because that's how harem anime starts off, and it's very trashy, but that manga is actually pretty good. And I believe the female love interest, I believe her name is Inohara. That's her last name, though. I don't know. I don't know her first name, but whatever. I'll just use that. Inohara. And then she walked away. Only fate knowing if the two should ever meet again. I guess her name is Inohara. Why not? Because I'm a weeb. I gotta use a Japanese name. Alright, chapter 2, Cultivation. And there's loud music from my neighbor again. I complain about this every time, but hopefully it doesn't leak into the microphone. Though the recluse was unsure of the specifics, they did realize that it was important to heed her instructions. Care for the pots and the dirt and everything that lay within. So the recluse geared up, as any parent should, and assessed the things they needed to raise a child. Finances, in case a nearby village had goods or services that you cannot provide. Nutrients for the child, help it grow strong. They will need plenty, as it will be depleted on a daily basis. And finally, the recluse's own stamina could not be ignored. One cannot burn the candle from both ends indefinitely. Thus began the longest growing season of the recluse's life. Okay. A flock of hungry birds have been harassing your crops and daughter recently. They become quite the nuisance. So time to get the shotgun. My daughter is like a mushroom, you know. They're gonna literally eat my daughter. I need to get like freaking buckshot. Nutrients, finance, stamina. Alright, so I guess nothing to do. Oh no, okay, wait. So I can visit daughter, or what happens visit daughter? My daughter is literally a mushroom. So, you know, this is my mushroom. Have I been scammed by the witch, I wonder? I think I've been scammed. This is literally just a mushroom. Your charge rests calmly. However, is interested to see more information. Okay. Nutrients, she needs food, but her food isn't quite the same as yours. Ensure that she never goes hungry. Finances, you avoid the village where you can, but with a daughter, you have new needs. Money allows you to buy things that you couldn't gather yourself. And stamina, there's only so many hours in a day. You only have so much time and energy. Choose how you spend those things carefully. Environment, your daughter's growth is fickle. To ensure the best results, you need to grow her in the best conditions. And affection, so your daughter after all, even if she doesn't always look like much of one, she's literally a mushroom. Traits, potted. The pot of soil sits calmly with a small mushroom contained within and intent. Eventually, the witch will come for me. Oh boy. Okay, it's a gray mushroom. Alright. You realize that buried in your new goal, you've forgotten to feed yourself or procure any human food, really. Well, it seems like the most nutritious option. Okay. Okay, now we choose. It was weird, because I guess when we progress the story, I guess it's doing the thing where it chooses an event, but like when I visit my daughter, I guess, and go back, it resets it. So anyway, so we get to choose. Now we're hungry. What was this mushroom again? It looks tasty. Okay, we can eat our daughter. That's a horrible idea. Alright, we can forage. We can go to the village to buy stuff. It would use our money though. Or we sneak morsels away from your charge. We take food from our daughter. That sounds like you'd be like a horrible parent, I guess. I mean, that's one way to play the game, I imagine. Okay, so this is probably using your stamina, and this is using your finances. I guess we'll forage. Sounds like the cheap option, and I'm a cheapskate, so. My stamina, wow! You know where to find food. It's been something that you never struggled with previously. It's a part of you, and nothing can change that, not even a mushroom. Making your way to your favorite nuke, you quickly find what you're after. Of course, the generous bounty treats for your daughter is a nice bonus. The decision being made, life continued. Yay, we have food. Alright. Good game. The sun is starting to sink in the day, but you haven't finished your daily errands. You only have time for one more. Okay. Barter for some fine substrates to better grow your daughter. Purchase new construction materials for your hut. Just go home because you're lazy. Or finish the favor the village leaders ask of you. I'm gonna do that. It'll probably get you money, I guess. Ooh. Stamina is 0. Doing favors to the leader is comfortable to you. It allows you flexibility while still giving you some funds. Today is no different than usual. You heard some cats with a leader. In exchange, they pay you. How novel. Your tasks behind you and your daughters return home. Each do a nice bath and a simple dinner. You have been taking very good care of yourself, and you find yourself so worn out that even leaving the house is a challenge. If you continue on without regard for your own stamina, you might very well die. Okay, so I used up all my stamina. You'll sleep when you're dead! No, okay, fine. I go to sleep. You'll be no use to your daughter in this state, so you decide to spend the day resting. Sitting in the bed, you think about your daughter and all the tasks you'll get done tomorrow. Decision being made, life continued. Alright, kind of like, not ideal, but that's what we do. Let's visit our daughter real quick. This is our daughter. It grew a face and some legs. Good, amazing. It looks like it has a skirt as well. I don't know. Nutrients? We have a lot of money. Head pat. No, head pat the weird mushroom creature. The mushroom has grown some extra limbs. It's a bit more ambulatory than you expect. I do wonder what my choices, have affected my daughter and how they're gonna grow up. I don't know. Anyway, one day you awaken suddenly, discovering that your mushroom has gained enough limbs to propel themselves around the house. The creature toddles on uneasy legs, bumping into objects noisily, and a cute face now shows a vacant expression. Her demeanor seems pensive and unsure, sometimes staring long at unfamiliar objects. Encourage her, spend time nurturing her environment, or motivate her to do something more productive with your frickin' life, you useless mushroom baby. Go get a job! No, I don't know. Encourage her thoughtfulness, make her smart. Your daughter's development is going better than expected. You want to promote her inquisitive nature. You gather a collection of unusual things from around the house for her to look at, such as nooks, antiques, and broken tools. She continues to observe the things you bring her for long hours, seemingly finding some enrichment in the activity. The decision being made, life continued. It's good for your baby to learn about their world. One evening, you hear a light knocking at your door, quite a rare occurrence. Peeking through the window, you witness none other than the Witch of the Woods standing on the doorstep of your hut. Wait, already? Well, hold on. Could she be here for a visit or to settle a debt? Is there any reason to hide her daughter? She's the one that gave it to us, so here's your I guess godmother? Is that how it works? I don't know. Perhaps it was time for your daughter to meet the witch. She could maybe even learn a thing or two, even dark magic, and then eventually we can overthrow the witch, maybe after she learns the dark arts. The two of you answer the door and invite the gloomy woman inside for a dry and awkward small talk. Something about the way you two absently stare at each other. You wonder if they made some sort of connection today. The decision being made, life continued. Sometime later. Child. A child. Okay, they're looking cuter now. They're almost a person. Child. Despite a rocky introduction, your daughter is as civil as any human child now. Alright. One morning, you notice that your daughter is nowhere to be seen. After an hour searching the nearby area, you find her sitting alone in a nearby clearing. To your surprise, the creature had now taken the form of a young girl. You feel relieved to confirm the witch hadn't betrayed you. At your approach, she turns and smiles at you, before continuing to thoughtfully stare into space. Sit with her in silence, buy her a nice gift to celebrate, and tell her it's time to go home. Well, I'm a cheapskate, so let's just spend some quality time together. You do wonder what your daughter is thinking about so intently, but decide not to disturb her. Taking a seat next to her, you appreciate the beauty of the forest, and spend time thinking lovingly of your daughter. Your weird mushroom daughter that probably, people will consider a monster and try to kill, but don't worry about that. After nearly an hour, she stands up and heads back home, seemingly finished with her introspection. And then life continued. I wonder what she thinks about. There's no, is there any stats? I guess other than environment. Environment is great. Affection is great. And click these hearts. The hearts kind of highlight. It's interesting. Anyway. You realize that you finished all your work for the week and have a whole day free. Okay. Take your daughter on a scenic hike. Spend some time cleaning up. Teach your daughter some important lessons. Or take your daughter to see the Witch of the Woods. I do want her to learn from the witch as much as possible. So, that's the route I'm taking, I guess. I want to make the witch, lower her guard enough so that eventually I can murder her. Anyway. What? You take your daughter to visit the witch once again. She might learn a little more from her. The witch is happy to see you both and spends a pleasant evening with the two of you. Seems like she developed quite a fondness for the little mushroom girl. Maybe the witch considers the both of you like family. Presuming may life continue. You know, it could be like a wholesome thing, you know? It could be like, later on, the debt she gets to choose, and the debt is that we marry the witch, and then we have a happy family of like a weird witch, a mushroom daughter, and the hermit. Wouldn't that be nice? Maybe. Who knows? Harsh weather has taken its toll on the garden, and your entire harvest was lost. If you don't get the garden started again soon, your daughter might be tight on sustenance. Uh-oh. Make your daughter tend the plants. Accept the loss. Times are tough. Offer your daughter some old food. No, but if I till the garden, I'm gonna use up my stamina. She's just a child, though. I gotta save my energy, okay? It's just practical. I'm just being practical, okay? The child could use some sweat on her brow. She must know hard work. You know, you gotta put the child to work early so they learn about, you know, earning a wage. You show her a way of the field, watching over her from the shade as she sows. She may do a good job yet. You know, I gotta save my stamina. Your daughter needs food too, and you just run out. You need to find something to feed her soon, or she'll surely starve. Okay, I gotta like... She had to go hungry. Oh, damn it. I think I want to spend my money. What's the point of having this money if I can't spend it? Anyway, I guess I don't get to choose. Alright. I'll just spend the day collecting stuff. You spend the day foraging and digging in the woods, and return with a heap of mushroom food, or mushroom food for your hungry daughter. It's not hard to be sure, but it seems like she's thankful for your efforts. The decision being made, life continued. Alright. An end? One day, you find yourself struggling to sleep. Your mind wanders as you consider your current place in life. You live peacefully with your daughter for many moons. Initially it was strange, well, never stopped being strange, but you're always thankful for the company. Besides, the affection you felt for was like any parent would feel toward their child. That was normal at least. Your thoughts turned to the concept of time, particularly how you're once alone, and you are afraid that you'll be again someday. Your daughter has had more and more curiosities about the outside world. It's only a matter of time before she wants to strike her own path. You hope you'll be fulfilled now. You hope you've done enough. Ultimately, you find comfort in what you've done. You may have had many failures in your life, but there's one thing you know you can die proud of. And a new beginning. Telling recluse that you want to see more of the world wasn't an easy conversation. As they grow older, you worried about leaving them on their own. Thankfully, your concerns were unwarranted. They were happy they had grown enough to want to move out. They even offered to help you build your own home, close to theirs. You're welcome to visit any time, obviously. Faster than you would anticipate, the two of you built your home together. They showed you all the tricks they knew and made sure to impart as much knowledge as they possibly could. Finally, the day arrived and you were officially on your own. You were scared a little, but also excited. It felt like a new chapter was just the beginning for you. Loving Parent, Chapter 3. A Girl on Her Own. Okay, interesting. Alright, there's more. Okay, I thought it was going to end there. And that was it, but there's actually more. It makes sense. I mean, that's what Princess Maker was actually kind of is. Is that once they've grown up, you know, they still... You don't just, like, raise a baby. You know, you still continue to do stuff afterwards. Alright, but technically we're playing as the daughter, I guess. There's dampness, mycelium, robustness, potency, and humanity. Oh, who needs that? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Can I go back? What's history? Okay. While tending to your home, you begin to feel an otherworldly pull towards the forest. You can't resist, and moments later, you find yourself surrounded by trees and standing in front of a mushroom-covered hut. Deep within you, you know the witch that made you resides here. Okay. Forced her to turn tail, quickly head home. Greet her as her daughter. Well, we're not really her daughter, technically. As a stranger. Or learning some magic. I would like to learn some magic, please. That's the whole goal here. You enter the hut and bow respectfully, addressing the witch as you would an apprentice to a master. She accepts your want for knowledge and begins tutoring you. Ah yes, the dark arts. Time moves strangely in these woods, and you are unsure how long you read scrolls and practice channeling. By the time you leave, though, you find you gain a slight control over your magical potential. Lesser Elementalist. Okay, we have taken the path of a mage, I guess. I do want to... Okay, here you go. I want to click on that to see who we look like. I guess this is what we are. This is what you... Indebted. Still indebted, though. I thought the recluse was indebted. Imbued gray fly agaric. Oh, interesting, because that's a poisonous mushroom. Witchling, young adult, great appeal. Wow, loving parent, because our parent was very loving, of course, and a lesser elementalist. Who would be a bad parent? If you play this game and then you intentionally just be a horrible parent, what's wrong with you? I don't know. I mean, I guess I would also do something like that, I guess, if I want to see what happens, though. I would be curious. I often do, when I play visual novels, I do try to find bad ends, but anyway. You go for a walk through the village and notice a glimmering at the bottom of a well. You're filled with curiosity. Do you want to climb into the well and attempt to find out what it is, or walk away? Oh, I mean, come on. You tell me to, go on an adventure and chose not to? Curious. You manage to make your way to the bottom of the well without incident. As you reach your destination, you can make out the shape clearly. A well-decorated pocket watch. Still works even. You put it in your pocket, excited for the luxury. Ah, yes. You sell that for money. The night sky is clear and beautiful as you sit on a stump atop a small hill looking up. Something catches your eye. You notice a streak of a shooting star. Quick, make a wish. Wish for rain. Wish to grow stronger. Wish blessed with delicious food. Wish for the people of the kingdom to live peaceful lives. A wish for the star itself. That sounds interesting. I'd choose that. You eagerly wait to see if your outrageous wish was granted. As the tail of the shooting star fades away, you suddenly feel something land on your head. Is it the star? No, it's bird poop. Oh, maybe I'll better look next time. Well, that's too bad. At least it's fertilizer, I guess. Is that how it works? We're like a mushroom, right? So, would poop be good fertilizer? Anyway. A man wearing vibrant multicolored robes and a large pack approaches your home. He had heard rumors of a beautiful fungal woman and has come to paint you. Okay, I guess they're just very charming. Nobody has really batted an eye about this mushroom lady. He asks if you will give him the honor of being the first to put your beauty on the canvas. Convince ours to teach you instead. Sure, why not? Draw the mushroom girl. After a few hours of modeling for the man, he finishes work, turns the canvas to show you. The painting shows you sitting amongst fallen leaves on the forest floor. A small frog or toad rests in your hands as you look down on it, smiling. You later receive a letter telling you that the painting was sold to a popular apothecary. Is that a good or a bad thing? I'm not sure. But we're like a model now. Good. Well, after all this time. And so it comes to an end. You look back over your life. You think back to the witch who created you and can't help but wonder if everything met her expectations. You wonder if you were the daughter your parent had hoped for. Alright, the end. Alright, okay. Then it ends like that. Alright. Dampness. Okay, that explains here, by the way. I didn't even read this. The stat indicates how wet and slimy your body is. Good. Okay. This indicates how healthy you are. Pretty healthy. Robustness. Physical strength. Not that strong. I guess we don't have a lot of muscle. Potency. Height of strength for the mushroom type. Okay. Ability to perform in stressful situations and humanity. I guess we just ended up raising a very humane mushroom, I guess. Here's just a nice mushroom girl. How good of a person she is. Right, I guess that's it. The end. And I guess, yeah, it was kind of short, but I guess these stats would play more of a role, I think, in the full game. Because I think, yeah, that was it. Alright. And no debt. I guess, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if that would be in the full game. But yeah. So as it turns out, so Mushroom Musume, I believe, is not done. So that was kind of more like a how do you say? more like a condensed version of the game itself. But I think the developers are saying they're going to add more content and stuff. So I imagine if they're going to update the game, they're probably going to add more events involving the Mushroom Girl. I do wonder, I mean, for the events that we just got, I wonder how much of it is random. So I did notice there was some randomness to it. So I wonder, like, maybe, you know, depending on the choices that you make, it might affect your stats, you know, and like, for example, if you have like high robustness, you're more likely to succeed in certain events, you know, things like that. So I wonder if that plays more of a role in like a much longer game. But yeah, so very interesting. I like it. You know, I imagine as well. I mean, I'm not really going to do it because I feel like, you know, this is the type of game that you kind of have your own playthrough, right? Because I imagine, depending on your choices in the beginning, your Mushroom Musume, you know, if you play the game, will be a little bit different, you know, as well. So that's interesting too. And yeah, and the witch is dead. I imagine the witch is dead as well. Maybe like it would appear in this game. I'm not sure. Maybe not. You know, it could be one of those choices that don't really matter by the end, because again, this is not like the you know, I feel like the full game. But it did feel like a nice experience though. Actually, it did have like an ending, which is nice. You know, too many like prototypes, I guess, too many like demos out there that are just left unfinished and kind of unsatisfying. But actually, I kind of like this one. You know, it was still kind of like a short experience, but at least it had a bit of a conclusion to it, which is nice. So yeah, kind of cool. Again, kind of like there's some replayability as well. You know, if when like, I guess, I mean, one way to play the game, maybe treat your daughter really badly and see how that, you know, ends up with her. I don't know. That would be really sad. I don't know. For some reason, you know, I play a lot of, I guess, horror games, you know, where like a bunch of people die and like get, you know, super murdered. But like the idea of treating your like mushroom daughter badly, I don't know if I have the heart to do that. But like, I guess you can, and you can see how she would turn out. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, so there you go. That it was definitely an interesting game. As I mentioned before, this is game like definitely inspired by like Princess Maker. You know, those sort of games where you're like, I guess, simulating like a character going through their life, and the premise is super interesting because it's not just like a human, but just a mushroom girl, right? So it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a strange, a unique premise that's kind of interesting. I wonder, you know, what they'll do with it. You know, like more of like, because I was thinking, you know, maybe if your mushroom girl turned out to be more evil, right? It'll be more like they'll become more like a monster, you know, like an actual monster than just being treated nicely, and then, you know, someone draws a painting of her or something. I feel like I got the happy ending, you know. I do wonder how different it can turn out for you if you make different decisions. But anyway, this was a fun, cute, interesting little game. There you go. I guess if there's anything else I want to say about it, I don't know, it's hard to say because it was just really good. I actually liked a lot of it. I guess maybe a typo here and there. I think I saw at least one typo, but that's kind of it. And other than that, I guess I would like to see more content, you know? It'd be more interesting to see more like, you know, maybe more stages of her life, maybe, and have different endings. I mean, that's what Princess Maker is, you know? Like, at the end of Princess Maker, depending on like, how you, like, I guess, grow your, like, princess or whatever. There's been, like, many sequels to Princess Maker. But anyway, you know, depending on you grow your daughter or whatever, your princess, then she'll have different endings. You know, she could be like a warrior, you know, or like a mage, or like a politician, or like or a queen. You know, you can turn out in many different ways, which is interesting. But anyway, well, there you go. So that was it for Mushroom Musume. If you didn't know, if you're on YouTube, I stream these games live on Twitch, so check me out over there if you're interested. I also have other videos and channels, so you can look for those if you want. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you then.